Okay, so this movie is about being subliminal. Bunch of random concepts of subliminalism. Here it goes. We experience sublime when imagination fails to comprehend the greatness of natural events. The feeling of sublime, like the feeling of beautiful, pleases itself and is devoid of any personal interest. It pleases immediately without any sensorial or rational interest involved. The object of the sublime feeling resists representation by renouncing the form. The absent is what represents the unlimited. The ambition to represent the unrepresentable of presentation is what makes the sublime so attractive to most modern artists and thinkers, in relying on formless and the absence of form. As far as the sublime is concerned, the imagination fails to repress the object precisely because it relies on the underlying. But this failure is not the end of the story. The inability of imagination to comprehend the object and its limits invokes certain ideas of reasons that prompt imagination to enter into a relationship with reason. We feel that something is sublime because that object points to out faculty of reason and its concepts. We feel that something is sublime because that object points out the faculty of reason and its concepts. We feel that something is sublime because that object points to the faculty of reason and its concepts. The feeling that cannot comprehend a given sensible object by means of the imagination raises us above the world of senses. The object that we cannot grasp and define is considered to be presentation and indeterminate concept of reason. The feeling of satisfaction in the sublime is much more complex in the presentation and complex in the fact it is rendered possible only through the mediation of displeasure which arises from tension between imagination and reason. The sublime indicates the ability to esteem something in opposition to our sensible interests. In contrast, it arouses enthusiasm for the more sensible. This is mixed feeling of exhaustion and fear for our sensible interests emerges from the conflicting tendencies of the inhibition and relief. Thought is both attracted and repelled by the experiences of the sublime. Our first reaction in experiencing sublimity is to make sure that we are still in one piece. If the test comes positive, we can enjoy the power and the vastness of the natural object. Imagination is the power that breaks the harmony of mental powers by producing aesthetical ideas. Obviously, imagination can represent objects and forms that surpass the ability of understanding to conceptualize them. Okay, this is the first part of the report.